usually I review food on this channel. I'm not doing that today. Today, we are going to be going over Bmack's Bizarre Adventure. Yeah. Alright, so let's start out on day one. Alright, well, for context, Bmack's Bizarre Adventure is a trip to Mexico. A resort in Mexico, specifically, Cancun. And so let's start out on the first day, right? It's like it was really early in the morning. I think it was 4 a.m. Right? We get to the airport. All right, we all hop in our plane. Right? Because the people on the trip are all right. This is gonna be important. All right, keep track of all these people. You got me, my cousin Gio, my other cousin Bella, my Aunt Christine, my Uncle Michael, he's very important, keep track of him, my mom, my grandpa, and my grandma, right? My grandpa's name is Jito, or I will be referring to him as Jito because that's, because we're a Middle Eastern family, and that's what, grandpa means in Arabic. And my grandma I will be referring to as Tita, because that's also what, grandma is in Arabic. My mom I'll just refer to as mom, right? Now, alright, so we hop on the plane, we get there, it's like 7 in the morning, right? The first eventful thing that happened was we were at the airport, right? And, because we took a shuttle, right? Because the resort is about like an hour and a half away from the airport, right? So we took a shuttle, right? We hop in the shuttle, right? Like, it's a van, right? It's just us in there. We're being driven by this dude, Jose, who knows zero English. I'm not joking. I wish I was making this up because this sounds like such a stereotype, but I'm being dead serious. I hopped in the back of the shuttle. He opened a cooler, right? Because he had a cooler in the back and it was full of like ice or whatever. There was water and Corona beer, right? And he gave everyone, even the people who are obviously children, like me. Well, I'm not obvious because I'll explain more of that later why it's important that I have facial hair. But, like my two cousins who are very obviously children, he offered them both beer, right? And I asked my mom, she let me have just one can, because it's like the tall cans, it's like the Monster cans, but I guess thinner. You know what I'm talking about, right? And pretty much, yeah, that was the first like eventful thing that happened. So, we're going, right? We're going to a hotel. Everyone's asleep in the shuttle by the time we get there. Besides my cousin, who I had kept up, my cousin Gio. I had kept him awake because I was the only one in the entire van who was still like full of energy. Because everyone else in there, they packed, they got on the flight, they had to, they got up super early. I was just, I was the only one who felt like energetic. So we get there, right? I'm sitting in the lobby with my cousin Gio, right? Well, with the entire family, but I'm mostly talking to my cousin Gio for, I'm not joking, like 5 hours because we were waiting our room for us to be checked into our rooms. 4 separate rooms, by the way. In the rooms, it's not super important. It might be important later. And the rooms are, it's me and because there's 2 people in the room. It's me and my mom, my grandma, my grandpa, my uncle and my cousin Gio, and then my aunt and my cousin Bella, right? Now, those 5 hours were really uneventful. I don't recall anything exciting that happened during them. We go to our rooms. We go to, cause it's the cafe. All right, the way you eat here, like there's restaurants, right? And okay, let me provide a bit more context. Everything is free. You pay for everything up front when you buy the ticket to a resort. All right, so all the food at the buffet, which is open breakfast, lunch, and dinner, completely free. The restaurants are free. You just need a reservation. Everything is free. There's bars that are free that are in the lobbies, which those are important later. But yeah, so we go in, we get checked in. They give us bracelets, all right? The adults get purple ones, and the kids get like green ones. I'm sorry, I heard footsteps. I thought someone was back coming to my room. But anyways, alright, so adults get the purple bracelets. Kids get the green bracelets, right? And you use them to enter your room. There's like a little chip in them. You hold it up to like your door and it'll open. And pretty much nothing else super exciting happened on the first day. So I'll just skip to the next day because literally nothing else happened that day. So we wake up, or I wake up the next day. It's like, I don't even know what time it is. On this particular day, I'm trying to remember. I remember what we did on this day now. Alright. So, me and my cousin Gio, again, we went wandering around looking for, because there was supposedly an arcade. We went wandering around, because it's not even that big, right? The resort is not that big. It takes like 10 minutes, or the lobby is not that big. The resort is very big, but the lobby our rooms were closed. Alright, let me explain the layout. You have the lobby, you have all the villas, and then you have another lobby up here. And this entire thing is like a 20-minute walk. Alright, but there's shuttles. There's like little, like, I guess carts that go around, like the workers drive them. And they'll go around, they'll pick people up, they'll go take them wherever they need. So it's all cool, right? You don't actually have to walk the 20 minutes. So, but we were just staying in lobby number 1, right? This lobby was called Colonial, right? So this is the Colonial lobby, this is the White Sands lobby, and then here's all like the villas and stuff, and then there's a pool like up here. Now, we were wandering around the Colonial lobby for a very long time for an arcade that we found out after like 5 hours of walking around this tiny ass area didn't exist. This place did not exist. Because we went there, what was called the arcade, I'm not joking, it was because it was called the Juniors Club. It wasn't called an arcade. We went up, there was a sign that said Juniors Club. We went inside, it's just one dude just standing at like a podium like this. And behind him, it's like a separate room. There is a ping pong table and a billiards table or pool table. And that is it. That's all that's in there. So we leave, we're super disappointed. And then, you know, we got lunch, dinner, nothing important again. Yeah, nothing much really happened on the second day either. I mean, we ate brunch, we ate dinner, but, you know, those aren't really notable. Third day, I think this is the third day. We went, because the resort also has, like, taxis and stuff. So, like you have to pay them, but it's, like, reduced, because it's from the... Actually, no, now I remember. The shuttles, or the, like, resort taxis will take you for free to certain places, but from there, you're, like, completely on your own. And that includes getting back. So getting back, you have to pay, like, a third-party taxi. We went to downtown Cancun, right by the beach, and we walked for a bit. I got a pair of glasses. I thought, yeah, these. They're not real, they're fakes, but I just got them because I need glasses. They were these. They're fake Oakleys. Hang on. One moment. Yeah.
I'll give you one piece of this one.
Deal.
I'll tell you how to hold it.
Okay.
I just want mine.
Open that. Yeah.
She's pregnant. Be careful.
She's not. The dog isn't pregnant.
How do you get it?
Because it's been like a month.
It's been like what?
A month. No, stop it. Good. Later. Sorry, my goofy mom came in. But anyways, let's continue. So we go downtown, right? I buy these glasses, all right, which they're fakes, but for fakes they're pretty good, right? And you know, we go, we sit there for until like 5 p.m. Again, nothing really eventful happened. It was fun. It just nothing really like super notable. One thing, I had to use the bathroom one time wandering around this place because it's not like an open street. It's like alleys, I guess. It's hard to explain, but it's pretty much a bunch of different alleys with stores and stuff. Trying to find a bathroom in this place, I think I would have had an easier time finding the Holy Grail itself. I think I legitimately would have been able to find Jameson not playing Ark easier than it was to find this bathroom. This bathroom, I'm not joking, wish I was making this up. You have to go down like 5 different tiny alleys, and then you have to go down like 4 flights of stairs, and only there was a bathroom. And also, my mom just texted me asking for water because her fucking legs, she has a disease. I'll be right back. She can't go down the stairs, so yeah, well, she can, just not easily. I'll be right back. Got it. I have returned from my quest. Oh god, allergies. I'm gonna get sick. I know I'm gonna get sick. Mexico got me effed up. But anyways, where was I? Okay, so we went downtown. All right, oh right, the bathroom part. Yeah, you had to go down like 4 flights of stairs, raggedy stairs, by the way. Like, I'm not joking, there was a rusty, like, because it was super, like, dusty and everything, and there was this rusty bike just laying in the middle of the stairs. You had to step over it. And after I'm out of breath because I had to run down the stairs. After you were done getting down these, like, 4 flights of stairs, you got to, despite the entire staircase being nasty, like, super nasty and dirty, you get to the bathroom, it's like, it's like oddly clean. Like, it looks like I'd see something in a restaurant in New York. I'm not joking. but it was super bizarre. But anyways, I went to use the restroom. I came back, and we went home. We're not home. We went back to a resort. When we got back to a resort, when I'd first gotten there, I got a kid's bracelet. Right? Because remember how I said the kids get green, adults get purple? I got a kid's bracelet, and it was uncomfortable because I tightened it too much. So later that night, because it was two like beds next to each other, right? Like directly next to each other, and then TV. My mom was asleep in your bed. I was literally not joking, gnawing on my bracelet, trying to get it off because it was irritating my skin so much. Took me like 30 minutes, but I managed to get it off. And so, but you need them to get into your room. They're the key for your room because you hold it up to the door, it opens. Right, so next day comes by, it's morning, right? We go, we eat breakfast, we come back. My mom isn't here at this point. It's everyone except my mom. And my aunt is like, hey, where's your bracelet? And I was like, oh, yeah, I took it off. I had bad thingy. Because you're not supposed to be able to take them off. It's like a little, it's like a Ziploc almost, or a zip tie almost. So I went back up to the, lobby to get a new one. Because we were in the lobby, right? I just wanted to counter. And pretty much what happened was I went up, and because it was a girl working the counter, she, because of my facial hair, thought I was above 18, and she did not ask me for ID. And at the time, I didn't even know that the adults and kids got different bracelets. I thought it was just all the same, and you got given a random color. I was given a purple bracelet. And later that day, I was informed on what the purple bracelet meant. It means you're adult. So, with that knowledge, because, alright, me and my two cousins, we were not hungry, right? So we went to the pool. The rest of my family was starving, so they went to the buffet to get food, alright? This was around lunch. Alright? Big pool. There's a bar in the pool. Alright. So, with my adult bracelet, I go to the bar. I order. Alright. My cousin Bella specifically, wanted one shot of tequila with a lime. And I was like, you know what? I'll get one as well. So, that's 2 shots of tequila with a lime. And then I also got a mango daiquiri with a shot of vodka. Alright. Those 2 things. Now, I got those things and was given to him with zero suspicion. Not joking. I almost forgot to mention this. I'm very glad I remembered this. Wish I was making this up. I wish with everything in me I was making this up. I came to his bartender 5 times. This was probably the bartender I got, alcohol from the most. Not joking. His name was Lucio. I'm not making this up. I swear on God, Allah, whatever. Alright. I swear on it. This dude's name was Lucio. And that's not even the only Overwatch character I'm gonna mention in this entire story, right? But whatever, right? I get the drinks. I go back. Me and my cousin Bella. No, my cousin Bella takes half the shot of tequila and then gives it to my younger cousin to take. By the way, sorry if I keep itching my ear. It's just itchy right now. But whatever. She takes half the shot. She gives it to my other cousin, who's younger than her, by the way. But I think it's a year, 2 years. 2 years, I think. Yeah, 2 years. Might even be 3. I think it's 3. Yeah, it's 3. 3, 100%. 3 years younger than her. He's 12. She's 16. Yeah. And she gives it to him to take the other half of the shot. I downed the entire shot. Right. It burned, but it wasn't terrible. And then I drink my mango daiquiri with a shot of vodka. And that's that. We keep swimming, whatever. We're done swimming. It's around 5 p.m. God, my ear is killing me. It's around 5 p.m. We're we're alone in the lobby, or I'm alone in the lobby because everyone went back to rooms, right? They're waiting for me. I'm at the bar. Or no, sorry, I forgot. It was me and my cousin Gio, right? Everyone else went back to rooms. Because there was a sports bar in the lobby that's like up here, not the one up here. We don't go to this one until much later. It's the one up here. And our apartment is, I'm not joking, like here. We're right next to it. We can walk there. It takes like, not even joking, 30 seconds to get from the like apartment we were staying in to the lobby. So we go to the lobby, right? I go to the bar, I get my mango daiquiri with vodka again. I go in the sports bar, which is like 5 steps away from the bar. Me and my cousin, we play pool, because that's the only reason we ever went in there, because there was a pool table in there, and we just liked playing pool. So we went in there, we played pool, and yeah, alright, so keep in mind, in this day, I've had 2 vodka mango daiquiris, and a shot of tequila with lime. And no, I'm mixing it up with a different day. Okay. I was gonna say something, but I forgot that happens until a different day. Nothing eventful happens in relation to the alcohol on this day, besides me finding out that I can get alcohol because of my bracelet. So we go to sleep, whatever, wake up. This day, I think it's gotta be like, I think it's Friday on this day, right? We go. Yeah, this day is Friday. Okay, this day is Friday. So, I'm forgetting the order of a lot of things because I can't remember. But, on this day, it sounds really boring when I'm explaining it. We did a lot more than I make it sound like we did. I'm just, like, highlighting the important stuff. Like, the eventful stuff. We did a lot of stuff. It's just, I'm only really telling you the highlights. So, this day, nothing happened besides I forget the exact order in which I got it. I forget how much alcohol I had or whatever. I know that at some point, it was 9 p.m., right? 9 p.m. Because we were all sitting in the lobby, right? My entire family. I had a mango daiquiri with a shot of vodka, again, because they're good. They're really good. Even, like, because alcoholic beverages, like, they taste bitter. This one, even for an alcoholic beverage, it tasted really good. It's like this thing is like a 9 out of 10 on the Bmack scale. Or the Bmack scale, I'm sorry. But anyways, we're sitting around, and I start to notice that when I turn my head, everything feels slower. Only when I turn my head, and I notice that when people are speaking to me, I can't quite pay as much attention. I know that I had a lot to drink this. I had a lot to drink this day. I just forget how much, and I drank a lot throughout the day. It wasn't like I sat down and just chugged down like 5. It was like I had one here, I had one there, but it all built up, right? So I'm sitting there, I'm like a little tipsy, right? I'm a little tipsy. And I whisper over to because both my cousins are aware that I'm purchasing alcohol. Or not purchasing because it's free. I'm getting alcohol illegally. So I go to, like, whisper over to my cousin because he's next to me, and I'm like, because I want to tell somebody, like, this is pretty important for someone to know. Not everyone has to know, just someone, for my own sake. And I was like, hey, man, I'm a little tipsy. And my mom, I don't know if she has, like, the hearing, because she was next to him, right? Because I'm on the right of him, and then she's on the left of him. I don't know if she has, like, the hearing of a hawk. Or a hawk. What animal? what animals have good hearing? I don't know if she has the hearing of a dog, but like she looked over at me like she looked like she was ready to rip my head off. I was so scared. Or I wasn't scared, I was just like, because I know she doesn't get like super mad at anything. Like, she can be kind of a pain sometimes, but she never gets like super angry. Or at least not when families are, especially not when families around. But yeah, so she's like, alright, so I forget exactly what she said, but she like gave me like a little slap on the wrist about it. She was like, don't do that. And then we went back to the rooms, right? I was still tipsy, right? And I told her, I was like, because at this, alright, before she'd only known I was drinking. Now she knew I was tipsy because I got to the room and I just straight up told her, I was like, everything feels slow when I move my head, right? And I wasn't like completely out of it. I just felt like loose. I felt loose, right? So she was like, so she, she told me some stuff. She was like, okay, do you learn your lesson? And I was like, yeah. Because it sucked. It legitimately was not enjoyable. I didn't like it. But, so after this, I'm still tipsy, by the way. There was a dance party on the beach, pretty much, right? There's like a DJ, there's a Pitbull lookalike, not even joking. They actually hired someone who looked like Pitbull just to be there. There was like dancers. There was a face painter I came around. And just face paint people's faces. This was on the beach. And it's a white party. Which, no, it's not racist. It just means you gotta wear white clothes. So everyone's wearing white, right? We're there, we're chilling. And, what ends up happening is, pretty much, I'm there, I'm tipsy the entire time. Like, the entire time, I'm just like, yeah, whatever, right? I'm chilling, I'm grooving, right? Nothing really eventful happens, but on the walk back, not super important, I just find it funny. I was a little tipsy, so I tripped and like absolutely ate shit on the floor. I didn't hurt myself, but I like slammed into the floor. It was really funny. Because I stumbled a little. This was the only time I stumbled, and the one time I stumbled, I actually like legitimately just ate dirt. But we go back to our rooms, we sleep. This was Friday. The day after, we were at the pool the entire day playing. Alright, remember how I said this wasn't the only time an Overwatch character would come up? Me and my cousin, we went to play water polo because there was a bunch of people playing water polo, so we just went to like go play with them because we had nothing else to do at the pool. We were playing against. He was here. Let me plug my phone in real quick. My phone's about to die. I don't know where my charger is. Oh my god. I'll keep explaining it while I'm looking for it because my luggage is right here. So we're playing water polo and pretty much, the guy, because me and my cousin were on different teams because they had to like balance it. So for it to be balanced, they couldn't have us both on one team. So we're on different teams. There was a guy on my cousin's team who looked exactly, I'm not talking like he kind of looked similar. I mean, he looked exactly down to the atom like Doomfist. He even sounded like Doomfist. I'm not joking. I wish I was making this up. I'm not. This dude actually looked like he could have been the character model for Doomfist. And, we're playing water polo, whatever. We were playing water polo for like 6 hours before they had to go eat. Or the family or we were playing with had to go eat. Because half the game was like one family and then the other half is just random people who joined in. So So I'm going through my, alright, off topic, or kind of on topic. I'm going through my luggage right now, because I'm trying to find my charger. Someone stole the hotel slippers. The hotel slippers are in here. I'll take them, I guess. Okay. Whatever. I'll be right back, because I don't think my charger's in here. I gotta go. Actually, here, let me look at this more. No, I'm gonna go on. I'll be right back. Okay. I'm back with the charger. Let me just plug it in. So, where were we? We were on. Oh, God. There you go. Okay. Let me put this bitch on. So, charge. Okay, we're charging. Let me just. Okay, yeah, it's not going anywhere. So, where were we? We played water polo, we came back, really nothing happened else the entire day. Or, stuff happened, it's just not eventful enough for me to, like, include it in the story. Like, me and my cousin went to go play pool constantly. Like, half the time I was there, I was playing pool at the sports bar. So, the next day, this is where things get spicy. So this is, as of now, the day before yesterday. It's Sunday. Me and my cousin, we go to the pool again, right? They have a water volleyball. Me and my cousin were playing water volleyball, you know, whatever. At some point, like, pretty much our other cousin joined in, Bella. And then my Aunt Christine joined in, and then my Uncle Michael, keep that in mind that he joined the game. My Uncle Michael joined the game. And then at some point he left. Not exactly sure when, but he left, right? And we're playing like volleyball or like pool volleyball for, I don't even know how, it had to have been like 4 hours, 5 hours. It was a long time. But anyways, my mom comes up to the pool and was like, "Hey, you gotta come over here like now." Like, and she's pointing at like both me and my cousin because we're the only two in our family that were still playing. We got out, and because it's my cousin, right? So my uncle is his dad, right? I gotta make that clear. And she is like, "Yo, Uncle Michael is in the ER right now." And was Bella there? Bella was there. It was because Aunt Christine had gotten there already. It was everyone else. We couldn't get a shuttle, so we were sprinting, right? Because we were at the pool that was at this lobby, right? Not this one, this one. And our apartment is like here. That's like a 15-minute walk. So we have to, like, we're walking all the way there because none of the shuttles would pick us up. We told them it was an emergency, and they just kept going. Like, whatever. All right, we got to a room. There was two, like, I guess like medical staff, I guess. Like you could tell they were like first responders. Yeah, 2 first responders. My uncle was not there. He was rushed to ER for reasons that were it was at the time it was hinted that it was a heart attack, but I was not 100% sure. So everyone's crying, everyone's sad. I feel strange about this. I felt panicked, but I didn't feel grief. Like, I wasn't sad. I was like, okay, is he gonna be okay? Like, I hope he's okay, but I wasn't, like, just crying. I didn't cry at all. At this point, I didn't cry at all. So and the kid, alright. It was my grandma and my aunt, so my uncle's, wife, both went to ER to go see him. I don't even think there's so many details about what happened while they were at the ER. I can't even include all of them because it's super complicated and I'm not even sure what all of them are because it hasn't been fully explained to me yet. But it's me, my cousin Gio, my cousin Bella. Both of them are his son, or his son and daughter, and my grandpa and my mom, and they're in my room, right? Because they can't go in his room because when he had his emergency. Even now, right? Because it was a, like, we're pretty certain it was a heart attack, but we are not 100% certain. When he had his heart attack, he went everywhere in the room. Like, everywhere, and they didn't want like, before my aunt left to go to the hospital, she told the hotel staff to not let the kids in there because they didn't want us to see what had happened. So, we're chilling, alright? My grandpa, right, he's like, hey, you guys were swimming, you guys want to take a shower? And he asked my cousin, Gio, and he's like, not right now, no thanks. And he asked me, and I was like, sure. I go into a shower, I'm halfway through the shower, and I hear and out of nowhere, I hear, like, my cousin, like, loudly. I've never heard someone wail this loudly wailing, and my grandpa cursing, like, over and over and over again. I thought my grandpa was just yelling at him really badly for something he did. I got out, because I stepped out of the bathroom. I looked to my side. My grandpa left the room. I'm not sure why. He stepped out for a moment. And I turned to my right, because I'm in, like, a towel or whatever. I still have shampoo on my head. So I turned to my right, because I didn't know what happened. And I'm like, yo, what the hell happened? And Gio is, like, bawling. Not the good kind of bawling. Like, this kind of bawling. So, and he's like, and he tells me, it was these exact words, I'm pretty sure. Uncle Michael is dead. And it was the weirdest thing. Just like before, I didn't feel, I was sad, obviously, but I didn't feel, like, crippling grief. Like, I still felt, like I wasn't, like, just bawling, crying my eyes out. Like, I was just, and I find it weird, because, like, I legitimately loved him. He was probably the funniest person in the entire family. And it's so indescribable. Like, I miss him, but I'm not, like, sad about it. It's such a weird feeling. I can't explain it. But, so, he's bawling, right? My grandpa, he's like, he comes back in and he's like, no, just, and I'm like, what do I do? What? Because I still have shampoo on my head. And he's like, go wash yourself off. Because besides myself, he probably took it the best out of everyone in the family. Like, he only cried, like, a couple times. I didn't. I feel really bad saying this, but I didn't cry once. Not once. He cried, like, twice. But he was fairly level-headed the entire time. He's like, just go finish your shower or whatever. So I run up to the sink, right? I'm the water's running, right? I'm putting my head in the thing. I'm like, right, trying to get the shampoo off my head. And the second I step out, because I'd gotten, like, dressed and everything, Or no, sorry, I hadn't gotten dressed. I'd finished washing my hair, but I was still in like just a towel, right? I still just had a towel around my waist. I opened the bathroom door. I looked to my side. I immediately see my other cousin run in because she was not in previously. At the time that this occurred, there's only my grandpa and my cousin Gio in the room. My cousin Bella ran in, and she's like, what? And this was the second I opened the door, by the way. And before I could even, like, react to her coming in, he just yelled at him, or he yelled at her, "Dad's dead." And, she immediately started screaming at the top of her lungs before I could even figure out what the hell was going on. Like, for me, from my perspective, I just stepped out of the bathroom and there was immediately screaming and crying, right? So, but I still have a towel on, so I step out again, and my grandpa, he comes back in because he was outside previously, and he's like, go put clothes on, whatever, and I'm like, okay, because I'm not, like, bawling my eyes out right now, right? I'm still fairly level-headed. I put my clothes on, I come outside, and I distinctly remember this. My cousin Gia was screaming, like, I think he was screaming, like, I love you, Dad, like, over and over and over again. It was really sad, and I feel really bad for not crying at it. I feel terrible for not crying at it. Like, whatever, alright. That I'll save that part for the end, but pretty much what was I gonna say? And I just don't remember. My cousin Bella was like absolutely wailing. I've never heard someone like just wail this loud, just like screaming, kill me, I want to go with him, take me with him. And she was like running at the door, and we had to like stop her. We really had to stop her. I don't know what she would have done when she got out the door, but we had to stop her from running to the door. I'm not joking, this screaming goes on for 2 hours. 2 whole hours. I counted. It's 2 hours I'm sitting here listening to this. And I'm not crying. I wish I cried. I don't understand why I didn't cry or why I'm not crying right now. I really can't tell you why. But I didn't cry, right? So, we pretty much, because at this time, everyone was in the room except my grandma, my aunt. They were at the hospital, and they had like this whole adventure trying to get home, getting there, getting back, trying to see him. I don't even think they actually saw him once they got in the hospital. I'm like 90% sure that once they got in the hospital, they were just told that he was dead. They didn't even get to actually see him. So, let me take my glasses off, actually. But, yeah. So, alright, everyone's like, they're still like crying and everything, but they're not like absolutely wailing and screaming and everything. At this point, my mom was like half the time she was crying, half the time she wasn't. Both my cousins were crying like 80% of the time, and me and my grandpa were like perfectly still during this. Like, cause when he heard the news, he cried, but after that, he was still as a statue. So, my aunt and my grandma come in, they're crying, they're hugging everybody. You know, we're all chilling, whatever, right? They're grieving. I'm just sitting there. I feel so guilty about this. I'm sitting there trying to pretend that, like, I'm sad. But, like, I am sad, but I'm trying to pretend that I'm, like grieving or whatever. Because I'm sitting there, like... And I feel so bad because I'm not sure why I didn't. It's I loved my Uncle Michael to the bottom of my heart. I have no idea why I don't feel sad about it. I don't know. I feel like I should be, I feel like legitimately a terrible person for not crying at this. At any point, from his death to now, I have not cried once. I teared up, I think, once because I saw my, cousin, he had, tears running down his face, and that got to me, but I didn't like just outright cry. Let me take this hat off. It's uncomfortable. I'm fine. But yeah, so we're all in the rooms, right? Because we moved to my aunt's room inside mine, so that they could pack up because the family member, like the family and friends of my uncle, because my uncle had some like really rich friends. I'm talking like, I think one of them had like, his name was Brian. He had like $30 million. I'm not joking. He has like, because I've been to his house. It's like a 3-story house. They have an elevator. He has like two, I'm pretty sure he has 3 Teslas. Huge. Alright, huge. And it's in a really good area as well. Alright. He's like trying to get tickets together for my family so that they can go home. Or, yeah, so they, alright, because the tickets we had gotten to go home were not until the day after his death. So that would be today, the day of recording this, which is Tuesday. But he got tickets for Bella, Gio, and my aunt so that they could go home because although me, my grandpa, my grandma, and my mom definitely felt the loss, we didn't, like, he wasn't like obviously he was close. He was really close. Everyone except me, sadly, was like super like down about it, but they weren't like bawling, right? So we figured we'd just stay the extra day and we could go home, right? So my aunt and my 2 cousins, they go home the day after his death, right? They got plane tickets for like 4 in the morning. They go. And oh, I've just remembered I left out something that's like pretty vital. I'll explain it. I'll tell it after. It's fine. So they go home. We had reservations for a sushi place that was in the resort. The sushi place was in the resort, but they'd left. So we were just there eating sushi, and like they were crying and everything. And me and my grandpa Jito, we were just kind of sitting there like just listening because we couldn't, like, none of us were, or neither of us were really like, I don't know, like me and him were like just completely like he's sad. I can tell he's sad, and I'm sad, but we're not like just in outright like grief and like sadness and depression and everything, right? We're just not mildly, we're just down, right? We're down. So we eat our sushi. You know, the day goes by pretty much uneventfully. Next day comes by. So this is earlier today. Pretty much we do nothing the entire day. And then 4 p.m. rolls around. No, 2 p.m. 2 p.m. rolls around. We take a shuttle back to, or not a shuttle, a taxi. Because we only had 3 people with us besides me. So we didn't need like a whole shuttle van. We only needed like a taxi. So we got a taxi to the airport, which was an hour and a half away. I slept the entire ride. We got there, went through TSA, whatever, pretty unimportant. We got on the plane, again, nothing really happened. We got home. So we got home, like, as of the time of recording this, is like 3 hours ago the plane, no, like 4 hours ago the plane landed. We get to the garage because we had long-term parking, right? So we'd park there, we'd went on our plane to get there, and then when we come back, our car would be waiting for us. We were looking for our car for so long. We were looking for an hour. It's a huge, gigantic parking garage. It's not joking, the size of the airport. And an hour into searching, we find out that there are 2. There are 2 parking garages, and they're both identical. So we go over to the other one, and we immediately find our car. Plus, since my aunt and her and my cousins, they went to a different airport. So it was me and my grandpa taking their car, and my mom and my grandma taking like our car. So we went home or whatever, right? Wasn't really that important. The entire trip, or the entire like trip home, because it was like an hour 30 minutes to just drive from the airport to the house. my grandpa would not shut up. Alright, I like my grandpa and all, he's chill, but like, dude, he never stops talking. And it's always a lecture. It's never anything casual. It's always lecturing you. It's very annoying. But whatever, we got home. And now I'm here. Now, back to that thing I was saying I forgot earlier. Before we were playing water polo. Before we went to play water volleyball, we went to a place that it was like a little, this is alcohol. Hang on. Hang on. I don't know what's what, I'm just opening it. Before we'd even played water volleyball, so this was like 9 in the morning, we'd gone on a shuttle to the, this isn't mine, okay. To a place, it was like, you got like a little mini tour, of like, it was like a glass blowing factory, and then they took you through the like chocolate making, like the process of making chocolate. It's not as exciting as it sounds. This entire tour thingy was like 15 minutes. Because the place was really just like a super big gift shop that also just happened to include a tour. So, we're in there, right? Everything's pretty overpriced, but I see something that catches my eye. And it is... Hang on, box it. Broken. This is broken. Hang on. One moment. What had caught my eye was... Both of them broke. Oh my god. Okay. So... I'll elaborate further on this. I was going through and I saw these like little mini statue things, right? I can probably super glue this together. It's not a huge deal. But I saw them and I was like, you know what? That's pretty cool. I want one, right? So I asked my mom. She said, sure. I'm reaching into the back because although I'd already found the one that I wanted, there was another one that I still thought looked kind of cool. So I went to grab it. And it, I'm trying to figure out how these pieces go. And it, like, shattered in my hand, right? Sorry, I zoned out there. Because I'd already picked out the one I wanted, but I saw, like, a colorful one in the back, so because it's, like, a shelf, right? And there's, like, a long, like, I guess, row of them. I was reaching into the back to, like, pick it up, and I looked at it, and I was like, nah. And I put it back down, and I was reaching my hand forward, and as I reached my hand forward, I knocked one onto the ground. The one I knocked onto the ground was this one, not the other one, this one. And pretty much, because it